In this video guys, we are going to do a detailed review video on the all new BENELLI Imperiale 400. Yes guys, you heard it right, say BENELLI Imperiale 400. And if you are planning to buy this vehicle, to the classic full video so that now in this video without further delay, let's get into the work. It's really better than BVJ Tech Motor Riders. The first thing that we are going to feature is none other than the looks of this bike. This bike looks really very amazing guys, and this bike got the classic and retro looks which makes this bike really amazing. The dimension style of this bike is similar to the Royal Enfield. It gets the same round headlight in the front section like the Royal Enfield. The chrome treatment is done for the mirrors and some of the parts which makes the unique look for this bike. The road presence of this bike is also very amazing guys, and literally and frankly speaking guys, this is one of the most affordable Benellis that we can buy in the Benelli brand. And also guys, this bike gets the spoke wheels and tube tires. This bike is available in 3 color variants guys, that is the black, silver and as well as the red. And guys, this bike literally weighs 205 kgs because the most of the parts in this bike are made up of metal. Hence these parts are really more strong and durable than the plastic and the fiber parts and remains really very long.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan.
Now we will be technically featuring about the engine specifications of this bike. This bike comes with a 374cc single cylinder air-cooled engine same as the Royal Enfield, and this bike produces the maximum power of around 20.7 bhp at 5500 rpm and 29 Nm of torque at 4500 rpm, and this bike has a good amount of torque. We get 5-speed gearbox in this bike and a single spark plug in this bike. And also guys, this bike is a fuel injected vehicle, that means the fuel injector is used instead of the carburetor. The main use of the fuel injector is for good power delivery and good pickup. And being a Benelli, this bike sounds is really very good and very refined, and practically speaking about the engine, it is really very butter smooth. And also guys, it has good amount of power. We get really very broad tires in this bike guys, and the front section tire size is about 100 by 90 mm and the rear section tire size is about 130 by 80 mm. And literally guys, we get spoke wheels in this bike, and the front section spoke wheel size is about 19 inches and the rear section size is about 18 inches. And one thing is that if this bike would have come with the tubeless tires, the performance of these tires and the more grip that the tubeless tires will provide, and we may be more confident with the tubeless tires. So this is all about tires. The braking power of this bike is really very excellent guys, and we get the twin disc brakes in both front as well as the rear sections. The front disc size is about 300 mm and the rear disc size is about 240 mm, and we get the ABS as a standard, which is a life-saving feature. And also guys, the best thing about this bike is we can switch on and off the ABS. It is really a very great thing. And if we compare with the Royal Enfield just gets the ABS, but we cannot turn on and off the ABS. So this is the best feature for this Benelli. The suspension in this bike is really very comfortable guys, and in the front section we almost get 41 mm telescopic forks which provide good stability and good suspension and good comfort, and in the rear section we get twin preload adjustable suspension which provide good stability for this heavy machine. The instrument cluster of this bike is really very premium guys, and gives this bike a very attractive and classic look. Practically speaking guys, this vehicle consists of all the information that nowadays bikes are coming with. And one good thing about this bike is we can switch on and off the ABS as I said before. The instrument cluster shows the information like the speed of the vehicle, the twin trip meters, the tachometer, the low fuel level, the low oil level, the low battery indication, the ABS light, the neutral indication, the halo beam of the vehicle, and some of the information. And I forgot to say you guys, this is the analog plus digital cluster. So if we compare it with the classic 350, the classic 350 just gets an analog cluster which is not that advanced and shows very less information. So the instrument cluster of the BENELLI Imperiale 400 is far better when we compare the Royal Enfield Classic 350. Now we are going to feature about the lights of this motorcycle. In the front section guys, we get a round halogen headlight in the front section which looks same as the Royal Enfield's headlight, and this is also made up of halogen guys, and practically speaking it is bright and gives good brightness during the night time, and we doesn't need any extra lights for more brightness. And in the rear section guys, we also get the halogen tail lamp and the halogen indicators, and they are also really very bright guys, and the indicators especially are in the circular shape and they are also very broad, same as the Royal Enfield. So they also provide good brightness and good visibility during the night time. So this is all about the lights of this bike. The fuel tank capacity of this motorcycle is about 12 liters, and the mileage which we can expect from this bike in the city conditions is about 26 to 28 kilometers in the city, and on the highways we can expect a decent mileage of around 30 to 33 kilometers per liter. If we compare it with the Royal Enfield guys, the Royal Enfield gives somewhat more mileage. But a point to be noted is that this bike has somewhat more power than the Royal Enfield, so of course the mileage will be somewhat less. This bike weighs around 205 kgs, which is a bit heavier, but while riding this bike guys, we doesn't feel any weight of this bike. We literally cannot feel any weight. And the ground clearance of this bike is about 165 mm, which enables us to cross all the harsh road conditions with great comfort. And the seat height of this bike is just 780 mm, so that all the types of riders can ride this bike with great comfort. So if we compare it with the Royal Enfield Classic 350, the Classic 350 is almost same, but it's somewhat less than the BENELLI Imperiale 400. Now we are going to feature about the main point in this motorcycle, that's none other than the cost. This bike literally costs around 1,79,000 ex-showroom price Hyderabad, which in my opinion is a good deal guys, because the BENELLI is one of the premium brands and we almost get this vehicle at nearly 2,10,000 or 15,000 on road. So the BENELLI Imperiale 400 is one of the best affordable bikes that we can buy from the BENELLI.